with my stick. There's a point of interest.
That's your talking stick?
Well, that would work.
The listening stick.
Oh, I'm in your way.
One lady asked me if it was the true stick, and I said, well, it could be a true stick. She says it's an unvarnished true stick. So there's no telling. Okay, back in the day, the railroads imported a lot of Chinese to work on building the railroads, and they did that quite a bit. And they weren't a very high class kind of people. They were really downtrodden stuff. But they built a lot of the railroads. They also went into mining. They were doing a lot of mining work. Over south of Vicksburg, headed towards Interstate 10, there's a mine out there called the Harquahala Mine. Just before you get to the Harquahala Mine, on the right-hand side is what they call the Chinese Cemetery. And it's documented that that's what it is actually a cemetery, and it was for the workers that were in the mine. So they that's where they buried them. I went out there and I looked at that and I saw that and everything, and there's a website that tells about a lot of the cemeteries around the mines and stuff like that. Well, one day I was coming down here, I wanted to look at some country back in there, and I followed this road and I got to look at these mounds with rocks around them, and it is very, very similar to the Chinese cemetery over there. And so I believe that these are, now this one has been desecrated because somebody built a fire pit on it, but there's one over there, one over here, there's several around. And most people don't have a clue what is the possibility here. I talked to, I was trying to get a hold of this organization out of Yuma that does the cemetery documentation and stuff, and I sent them pictures. And the first pictures I sent, they said, well, that's a Native American burial site. And I said, no, it isn't. That's not typical of Native Americans. So I sent them coordinates and then more pictures, and they said, well, it's very possible that it is mine. So I talked to one of the guys, Archie, at the museum in Quartzsite, and I brought him out and showed it to him. He said, yeah. But nothing has been happened. And I'd like to see the BLM do something to, I think people need to be able to see it and come in and stuff like that, but some kind of recognition for it. But that's my opinion. Just like everybody says, opinions are like noses, everyone's got one. Okay, now we'll go on over to the Gold Nugget cabin and